Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Celebrity Challenge, and today we have Disney Twisted Wonderland, the animation. This is from 2025. It's one season, 8 episodes. They're about 26 to 28 minutes long each, give or take. Just so you know, as you could see with many anime, there's usually a prolonged opening song, a prolonged closing song, but make sure you stick around for after the final song, because there's even more story to tell, kind of to get you understanding who some of the characters are, I guess. And I've gotten ahead of myself, but let me explain what the basic plot is if you're not really have no idea what this is. I've seen this promoted a number of times, like a D23 Expo and Anime Expo and things like that at conventions, where Disney's, hey, we got a real anime, and it is. Unless I'm completely wrong, it's not just Western animation aping a anime style. It is genuine Japanese produced anime. And thankfully, right off the bat, it is dubbed into English for me. I imagine you can just switch the settings if you have Japanese linguistic skills, so you can listen to it in the original Japanese if you like. But it feels more than anything, not just looks, it feels like anime, because for the most part, it's incomprehensible to somebody like me at my age. Because I am not a 16-year-old girl. I don't know. There's lots of pretty young men, and I'm assuming that everybody in this is a young man. Okay, our main character, he's a kendo teacher, and I don't know what his name is. Anyway, our main character, he's a kendo instructor in Tokyo, and he's a really good guy. He seems he's good at encouraging his students to keep on trying, and he's kind of an inspiration. You can tell he's the good guy of this, of course. But he suddenly on his way home, he gets accosted by a carriage with giant black horses that suddenly look like they're about to trample him, and he wakes up in another place, possibly another dimension, another world. It's the Twisted World. He's basically surrounded by a bunch of gaping, cloaked figures that are... They're just like, what? What's going on? They have no idea how he got there, why he's there, who he is. He doesn't understand why he's there either, because as the characters, step into the story here, some give an explanation. One of which is that you're in a magical school, and it's all based on Disney characters. It must be like a dozen different things. It's Harry Potter, okay? It's Hogwarts, but it has a lot. It's not 4 different divisions. It feels like it's a dozen, and it's a lot. So you get which school will he? Which division will he end up in? Who knows? He doesn't know magic. He doesn't know what's going on. And of course, when a blue cat breathing blue fire suddenly invades the school, he's kind of wacky, out of control chaos demon kind of thing that steps into the story. He could be a sidekick, or he could be a rival. He wants the position that this guy was given, and well, he starts breathing fire, and everybody just starts running around screaming for a good 10-15 minutes, it feels like it. And he is, I don't know, he's just... There's a lot going on in 27 minutes, and it's still confusing to me. Again, I love Japan and I love anime. I'm not an expert by far on majority of it. There are certain things that I do love. Usually it's the older stuff because I'm older. But yeah, when it's just... it plays off of the whole school structure of Harry Potter, of Hogwarts. And they are, like, you can see this. There's actually animated clips from classic animated Disney films, whether it's Hercules or The Lion King, or just like so many different ones. You're just like, okay, here's the core connection to Disney. And at one point you can probably freeze frame it and see what all the different groups are at one point. But by the time of the first episode, you still really, for the most part, don't know what's going on, and neither does our main character. And I don't know if I said this earlier, but if you they have long intro music, they have long closing music, and just make sure you stick around to watch the animation that takes place after the closing song, because there's a whole sequence that sort of, I guess, is meant to give you an idea who these characters are and what teams they're in, whatever. I don't know. It's all done chibi style, so it's all very cutesy at the same time. Again, these are guys who are a little snooty, a little bit more like a very British, very French in the way they express themselves. Not that the British and French are snooty, but that's how they express themselves. They're much more, let's say, we know what's going on. You don't, you peasant. That's kind of stuff that you find in this story. And again, for the longest time, I couldn't tell if there was meant to be any females, because some of them look female, but I think in the end they were all male. Nothing wrong with that, I'm just saying. It was very strange that I couldn't figure that out immediately. But it's anime, so gender norms aren't exactly set in stone, and you know what, their main audience is going to be young women, so yeah. The boys tend to go for the guns, robots, and big boobs kind of thing. This one, you want to do a Harry Potter, but in anime, and has no JK involved? Yeah, this is your shot. So yeah, if you're into the anime and you want to see how parts of Disney can be incorporated into a anime styled story, this is your opportunity. In case you haven't heard of it, it's really easy to have not seen anything about this unless you're hard into the anime world. If you have there's a lot of kids who got into animation, Eastern animation, things like that. K-pop Demon Hunter, which is Korean, yes I know, but I'm just saying that there's a lot of kids who are introduced to some more stylized animation young now, that they might seek out new things. And what better than a completely confusing Disney-related Twisted Wonderland series? I imagine there's more episodes coming at some point, but for now, 8 episodes, about 27 minutes on average. And I say give it a chance. I almost want to dig in a little bit further and see if it eventually makes sense to me. Again, that's my fault, not theirs. I realize this is how anime tends to be structured, at least in this sense. It doesn't take itself too seriously at times. It's comedic. It is, in times, quick flashes of horror imagery. Not the point there it would creep out kids or anything else, but it can be a little intense, a little bit. But for the most part, it's just wild imagery and that you would expect from anime. From real Japanese created anime. So, excuse me, no edits. Give that a shot if you're looking for Disney-related anime. This is the first time I've seen it. While I've known about it for a while, it's finally come across my list here. So let's pick tomorrow's episode. 10. Come on. Ugh. Okay, it's a documentary, I guess, series. A lot of this stuff I don't think... I'll say more about this tomorrow, but I just don't think that there's some stuff that belongs in Disney Plus. But we'll go into this tomorrow when we watch Botched Bariatrics. Yeah. Botched Bariatrics. What? I mean, I realize there's stuff you want to learn about health and things like that. I don't know if I want to look at medical screw-ups. I don't know how long the episodes are, but man, that just seems unsettling. So, but we're going to watch it, one episode at least. One episode. Botched Bariatrics is what we're going to watch in the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.